Man, we're moving on, and the NFL keeps rolling on. We're gonna be at the Super Bowl before we know it.
Yeah, buddy.
Hopefully, my Green Bay Packers will be there. We coming off a big win against the Seattle Seahawks. Even though I know the Seahawks are struggling, I still consider that a big win. You know what I'm talking about? But this season is still rolling along, man. So coming up in week 11, we got the Falcons facing off against the Patriots. You know, and like I said, JoJo,
Mm.
the Patriots rounding in the fall. Okay,
Mm.
I mean the hoodie just trying to figure some things out.
Mm.
We got the Cowboys coming off of a dominant win, getting ready to face off against the Chiefs, who coming off a very good win too against their hated Raiders. You know what I'm saying? Their hated rival, the Raiders.
Yeah.
So that ought to be a good game. I know a lot of folks going to anticipate that game, including our brother Ray Cesar Leo and our nephew Landry. Because when I called Ray Cesar Leo earlier,
Right.
that man Landry was in full Cowboys attire. I'm talking about jersey and helmet. That boy ready to roll. Uh, we got the Chargers gonna face off against the Steelers on Sunday night. The Steelers coming off a tie, I guess, which Najee did not know existed in the league.
Yeah, he didn't know.
And we got on Monday night, we're gonna have the Giants facing off against the Bucks, and you know the Bucks should feel some type of way coming off of the L they just took. You know what I'm saying? But interested to see what the betting man himself, Mr. Sportsbook,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Boat,
Mm-hmm.
Tim G. Jacob got to say about these games because I wonder where he gonna be putting his money. Y'all better listen to my brother.
Best advice is don't spend no money. How about that? Not this
Okay.
week. This a weird week.
Okay.
This one of them weeks. It's just like last week. And I'll be honest, I almost went Thursday night and put some money on the Dolphins. Just because for some reason I just felt like Dolphins defense has heard enough of the noise that they might deliver a performance to really frustrate Lamar. And you can't frustrate him. But I didn't go. I was too busy doing other stuff, so I didn't get the time to go. But that's just how the NFL is. Like, okay, you wake up one morning and you probably seen a line. I really don't know the line between the Steelers and Lions, but I figured the Steelers were heavily favored. And
Got to
then,
be.
and then somebody woke up and told you Big Ben was in COVID protocol. And I like to know which way the line went after that.
Crazy.
So, we just got stuff like that going on. Like a lot of people probably pick Cleveland as we tape on Sunday. Wrong. So it just continues. I mean, it's just the week to week. NFL is just different. Styles make fights. That's what I always like to say about the NFL is that there's just certain things that teams are really good at exposing. Um, I wish we could go into something a little bit later or in the future on NFL stuff,
Go
and
ahead
we
and
should
do it.
we
This
should
our
do
shit. Go
we
ahead and
should
do
do
it.
we should do like a cap, no cap on these
Okay.
teams. Like who's cap, who's not cap going forward. Like because, for instance, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. We may not ever get a chance to go to the state, but Cleveland is cap. Everybody sold the dream, looked at the roster. This is the thing about it. Cleveland is what we call paper champion. They are paper champion. And for them to just lay the egg that they laid against the New England team that everybody is still writing off now. There ain't nobody talking about these boys doing nothing in New England. They still not really highly sought to like go far in the playoffs or even make it. They just steamrolled the paper champs. People were going to the book to say that Cleveland was going to win it, in spite of a guy named Baker as the quarterback. So cap, no cap. But then we look at a team like the Titans, who have far less talent than Cleveland. and they're 8-2. How they do that? How the Titans 8-2? Who beat the Bills? Who beat the Rams? This is the same Titans team that beat the Bills and beat the Rams. And nobody's really even showing them love right now.
You giving Vrabel some coach of the year consideration?
He's got to be heavily considered. He's got to be heavily considered for that award. I know Kingsbury will be in the run. Even though they took a nice L today against Carolina, they took a nice one today. To me, Vrabel will be the guy that should be the front runner, in all honesty, because he's just kept those guys afloat, and I don't understand how he's done it. I mean, I know how he's done it. I know he's done it with he knows what his strengths are. He knows he's got a strong front seven that can put pressure. He knows that, okay, I've got good corners. I don't have great corners. I don't have lockdown corners, but I've got corners that can cover long enough for my front seven to do work.
Mm-hmm.
But explain to me how you ain't had that triumvirate. When I say triumvirate, I'm talking Derrick Henry, Julio Jones, and AJ Brown for the bulk of your season, because Julio was missing for a while.
I think Julio on IR now.
AJ was out. That's right. Julio's on IR, and then now, boom, here's Henry gone for predictably the season. We expect the season. He may come back late, and they still winning. You got to give Vrabel a lot of love for that. You have to. Who else you gonna put in that slot with him? Okay, are we gonna give Mike McCarthy love? Like, I gotta ask that question.
I don't know how national sports media feels about him, because I watch a lot of Skip and Shannon. They entertain me, and they are very low on my former head coach Mike McCarthy.
Doesn't help him a bit.
So I don't know how First Take treats him. I don't know how NFL Live treats him. I know those two. They
And to me, the game really of this week coming up is the Cowboys Chiefs game. That's going to show a lot. That's going to say a lot about either team. We've been waiting on the Chiefs to get that signature win. The Raiders, they got a lot going on internally, so I don't really know how you would judge that game. But this Cowboys Chiefs game coming up it's going to be at Arrowhead, so it's going to be a homer for the Chiefs. This is a Pat Mahomes kind of ease you or ease you aren't, ease you ain't kind of game. I mean, it's one of them games where, okay, are you back in your bag or you not? Yeah. So this is a good matchup between two very good quarterbacks, Mahomes and Prescott, two very talented offenses. I was about to mess up and say two genius coaches, then I thought about McCarthy and I stopped. But it's going to be a very good game. I think the nod would be, it's going to be very interesting to see Diggs and Hill. That's going to be interesting. If that's how they going to match it up. I think I don't see Diggs just carrying him one-on-one. I think he's going to have some help. But it will be
everybody going with that cover 2 shell on them boys.
Yeah. Now, except for the Raiders tonight, because they just gave Hill like 2 tubs. So obviously it wasn't the Raiders.
One of them was in the red zone. I saw. Now I missed the other tub that he got.
The one in the red zone. Okay, the second one, they bit so hard on Mahomes scrambling that they left Hill just wide open.
Why you give him the air quotes for his scramble?
Because it's like, okay, just go ahead and let him walk in. But you not finna. Nobody just paid attention to number 10 flying across the field. Like, y'all don't know number 10 on the field.
So you don't respect Pat Mahomes really running like that for real. You think he really just trying to throw it that over your head, so you should really just plan for that?
Well, they sold out so hard. It was like, this ain't Lamar. Like, I could understand that was Lamar. But they sold out so hard. Hill just was like, oh, it was like catching a football at the at one of them little footballs that the cheerleaders throw at a high school game. It was like, it's just that simple. So I don't really get what the fear is of Mahomes scrambling. Like, guess what you get if he does score? Guess what you get? A free shot.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let's cover Hill. from here going forward. But that's my take on the week, man. I'd like to get in that maybe sooner, maybe down the line in a segment, maybe next week, something. Just go cap, no cap on some of these teams because I know health is a key thing.
Well,
Health
let's do it right now on one team.
Okay, all right.
That's gonna be playing on Monday night.
Okay,
Reigning Super Bowl champions.
all right.
Many people trying to tell me MVP front runner. Tomas Brady.
I don't know about all that, but go
cap,
ahead.
no cap on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I'm gonna say no cap because they got the crown.
They just lost to the Washington football team.
And the Cowboys lost to the Denver Broncos last week.
And bounced back with a dominant win.
And so Monday night, what do you expect?
I don't know.
It's gonna be bad. That's what you need to expect. It's gonna be bad.
So if you go into the boat, you is in the Bucks are favored, you're expecting them to cover.
The line is 11.5.
Already?
11.5, Tampa Bay favorite.
That's a lot of points, T.
Here's what I'm gonna do.
See, that's a lot of points now.
Here's what I'm gonna do. Look, if I see the injury report is still what it was, because here's the thing: the Giants still don't like to share the ball. Like they still got, like, I don't understand what their deal is with Kadarius Toney. Like, I don't understand why they don't give him more touches. They compared him to Tyreek Hill on the slick. Like, he's got that kind of speed.
Really?
You know, he just has that kind of speed and athleticism, but they don't give him the touches. And you got a guy like Golladay, who's a big target, and then you got Sterling Shepard, who's been on the injury list a lot this year. He's been in and out. They have 4 good receivers. And Daniel Jones, I don't know where you want to put him. You could call him cap. You can call him no cap. But they've got offensive talent on that team. But I still personally think that they finna run into a buzzsaw. If Gronk and AB say, all right, we back, we ready, we finna rock, let's go, it's finna be a problem. It's finna be a problem.
See, that's a lot of points. 11.5 points.
It is a lot. It is a lot. But the Bucks are at home. See, me, I would tease that to like 9.5 and say the Bucks will win by 10, and I'll keep it moving. I'd go 9.5 and keep it moving. That's just me. That's what I do. I ain't telling y'all to do that in America. That's just what Tim G would do. I tease it, and I take a few points off, shave it, put some money down, and go. That's what I do.
See, I don't know nothing about that betting life, like my brother. So you can tease down the bet.
Yeah, so you don't have to take 11.5. You can take. I mean, the odds will change, of course, because you get more points. So say you go 6.5 or 7.5. Well, the odds will change. They won't be as
your payout won't be as big.
Yeah, like say if you took 14, say you took 13.5. Yeah, that's right. The payout wouldn't be as big. Okay. But if you took 13.5, then you putting some juice to your ticket. Now you kind of like, okay, I feel like these motherfuckers gonna win by 2 tubs. They ain't gonna question. But okay, ticket would be a little different. But me, just because I know how the NFL can be, I'd probably go 8.5 to 9.5, me personally, and I keep it moving. But that's just depending on the injury report. I mean, if AB plays or Gronk plays, I might take that mug to 13.5 and say, don't even worry about it. Let's go. Roll with it. That's just how. Hey, a lot of people probably took Dallas today. I don't know what the line was, but hey, if you juiced it, you pushed it up. Shout out to you, because that was a beat down.
Yeah, they destroyed them, boy.
That was bad.
Yeah, very bad. Especially coming off what the Broncos did. You know how everybody likes to say it's copycat league, and people thinking that folks were just gonna try to copy what the Broncos did defensively. So I don't know. I don't know if a lot of people bet big like that on them. But maybe they saw Cowboys would be motivated. I know pregame Dak got the ball in the huddle. He seemed like he was snapping out. ready to roll. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we will see. Just to put it on something, I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna take the Patriots on Thursday night.
All right.
Cowboys, Chiefs.
Come on. Because I got the same squad you got Thursday night. I ain't even going to blink.
Shit. Let me get back to you on this Cowboys.
Oh.
No, I'm gonna come back to you, T. I'm gonna come back to you.
Oh.
I'm gonna take the Steelers on Sunday night. I think the Steelers have a good week of practice. That was a tough game. They're gonna stress ball security because they had two instances in which ball security cost them their game in OT, especially when that wide receiver, he caught the ball. I forgot his name. But he made a play maybe midway in overtime. Made a play trying to get extra yards, and they punched it out on him. You know what I'm saying? That was their golden opportunity to try to go down and win that football game. And then later on at the end of the game, they lost the ball again. Right. They stress ball security. They stress the little details. Then they're going to come out, and I think they'll beat the Chargers. At least for our young boys' mental health, I hope they beat the Chargers. And on Monday night, I want to pick against the Bucks because Tom Brady get on my goddamn nerve. But I'm going to go with the Bucks. But if I was a betting man, I would take the Giants and the points.
The 11.5? I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
That's just a lot of points.
I don't blame you. I do not blame you. But, I would probably take I'm gonna take the Chiefs over the Cowboys this week. Just because I don't know if they've seen a trio like this, and maybe they figure something out.
Okay.
Maybe they figure something out.
And I'm gonna go in the opposite direction. I'm gonna take the Cowboys. And the only reason I'm taking the Cowboys is because of how I saw the Chiefs perform against us, talking about my Green Bay Packers. We should have beat the Chiefs. We should have, if we would have had Aaron, we would have beat the Chiefs by 2 touchdowns.
No, I don't disagree.
You know what I'm saying? So these Chiefs that we just saw against the Raiders, they did perform well, true enough. But I don't know what's going on in Kansas City right now. I know they got some struggles defensively, especially. Seemed like Mahomes, if you can make him just try to just check it down all night, just make him check it down all night long. Be consistent with it. Like, don't get greedy. Just you be disciplined as a defensive coordinator and just make him check it down all night long.
It kind of looked like he was cool with doing that tonight. So that's why I'm wondering, you know,
think he turned the page then? You think
I'm just
if he turn the page, then okay, all bets off. Because Aaron don't be wanting to check it down. He made me mad today trying to force it to Lazard when I had a running back right there in the flat, butt naked. So I see a lot of that same kind of thing with those two guys. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know, Brady will take that check down. He don't care nothing about it.
Oh yeah, check down king right there.
He's just gonna check that thing down.
Yeah, he eat checkers. That's how much he check it down.
No doubt, he might well get that endorsement.
No doubt. It'll be interesting. I'm gonna take the Chiefs just because I'm biased, and two, I think the Chiefs. This is a game that Mahomes needs this game for personal reasons, for all the glitz and glamour and glory. I don't think it's going to be an easy one. I think it'll be a close one. But I think Mahomes, Kansas City needs this game. They need that game against Cowboys. They really do. They may not have.
Yeah, they need everything they can get.
But it's just in that division right now, it's so nip and tuck. I mean, everybody's playing fairly well for the most part. You know, all these teams have done really good this year, played really good this year. So, do the Chiefs? Who's going to take ownership of that division? I mean, the Cowboys, they're riding high. They're on another track right now. So, question is, who's going to win that division in the AFC West? And the Chiefs need to win. Chiefs got to win it. They got to keep going. They got to keep rolling.
Really, crazy thing is, really, the Chiefs still in the driver's seat right now in the AFC West.
Sadly. Ain't that crazy? Yep.
It's like they just battling it out over here. Everybody just solid, I guess. But for the Chiefs, from the Chiefs standpoint, we don't look at that as solid. You know what I'm saying? We look at that as shaky. They
Yeah.
leading the division, but Chargers, based on what I'm seeing right now, 5-4, Raiders 5-4, Broncos 5-5. But we just don't get that vibe from them. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we expect them to be what, maybe have 1 or 2 losses right now.
The Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
I think we got caught up in the offense, and we didn't look at their defense in totality.
I didn't think they were gonna fall like that.
The defense is not great.
They were decent in their runs in the previous years. I didn't think they were just gonna do like that.
if they don't, and if Honey Badger is out for any period of time, because he does a lot in terms of taking your best guy away.
Mm-hmm.
In most cases, he does a really great job of just taking your guy away. Like he took Waller away tonight. It just wasn't no question. He took him away. And then now it's like, all right, Derek Carr, who else do you trust on this team? Because I know you trust Waller. And Derek Carr didn't find nobody else he trusted. So it's gonna be interesting. It's a lot of interesting things going on. And I'm gonna tell America right now, do not sleep on New England. If you sleep on New England, you liable to suffer underneath your own blanket. Do not sleep on New England.
Yeah, I just heard it from the honorable one, Tim G. Jacob. He making me feel good about my pick for New England to win the NFC East. My brother JoJo tried to make me feel like I was stupid for taking them, but them boys right now, mathematically speaking, with a half game back.
Yeah,
Bills,
I think it's
Bills 6-3, Patriots 6-4.
I'm telling you, man.
As we tape. So
I'm telling you, man, they figuring some things out. They're figuring it out.
Yeah, it is.
That's all I'm gonna say.
But America, y'all chime in and tell us what y'all think about the upcoming week in the NFL. Put it on something. My kids wanted me to tell y'all to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me across all social media platforms, like the videos, and share them. Did I forget anything?
And turn on the post notifications.
Y'all heard them. And also, visit Statement Tees, LLC.com and shop with us. That's Statement Tees. Every t-shirt you wear
makes a statement.